London opens, price starts to breathe. New York follows with heat underneath. Reading structure, steady and clean. I see tea flow in every screen. Signal shift, momentum grows. Algorithm shows where it goes. VTrades, watch the charts ignite. Sniper entries hidden right. Funded profits rising bright. Building strength in every night. Follow flow, ignore the noise. Structured moves, intentional choice. Let the chart reveal the way. VTrades growing day by day. VTrades growing day by day. Institutional rhythm moves slow. Liquidity tells where price will go. Building accounts with patient plays. Consistency defines our day. Signal shift, momentum grows. Algorithm shows where it goes. Watch the charts ignite. Sniper entries hitting right. Funded profits rising bright. Building strength in every night. Follow flow, ignore the noise. Structured moves, intentional choice. Let the chart reveal the way. VTrades growing day by day. Trades growing day by day. Precise. Welcome to VTrades.
Hello. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone is doing fine. So, just like usual, you're looking at NQ and Nasdaq. Just give me a second. I'll have to change my PNL account here. Position. So, yeah, we have open, bit of slap. Let's mark the opening range gap 30,447.75. And this is actually the daily BC on NQ. It has swept this low. Now I would like to see it push higher. And then this is the opening range gap for today, which I think will be filled at least to the consequent encroachment levels. Adding one more. क्या हाल है सुमेर भाई? अल्लाह का शुक्र है, आप बताओ। तो पहला पार्शियल मैं यहाँ पे ले रहा हूँ अपना ओवर दीज हाइस 0.25 लेवल्स। दूसरा इधर 8 वो करेंगे हम, देखेंगे। नाउ इट शुड स्टे अबव द 930 ओपन प्राइस इफ वी आर ऑन साइड। अब फिर हमारा टर्मिनस ऑब्वियसली कॉन्सिक्वेंट एनक्रोचमेंट होगा। इस पे प्ले आउट हो गया है, ये कॉन्सिक्वेंट एनक्रोचमेंट आ गया है 7622.75। NQ लैग कर रहा है, doesn't look too strong। बाकी फंडेड अकाउंट है लूसेट का 25 के। इस पे मैं जो टारगेट कर रहा हूँ वो $800 प्रॉफिट टारगेट कर रहा हूँ। इनिशियली आई वेंट लॉन्ग है, एक ही एग्जीक्यूशन हुई है। So yes, filling the consequent encroachment and then getting slapped. NQ not even trading to the first octane there. And the reason I went there is the fact that हमने ये वाली वो sweep कर दी थी। So if we continue on getting slack, so maybe consequent encroachment can be the next draw on liquidity, because I think the lows have been made for the day, and daily candles should really start expanding higher. हमारे पास midnight open price जो है वो नीचे की तरफ है, so maybe that is what it might be coming for. That is our midnight open price. Yeah. ES is still holding strong while NQ continues on getting slack. All right, got slapped. How much are we down? All right, $180 lost there. We'll look to long it again after the first presented fair value gap is presented. I'm long. Maybe it wants to dig inside this consequent encroachment, but first presented fair value gap aa gaya hai, so it ticks all the boxes for me going long here. I'll try again. We had this huge drop around new week opening gap, traded higher, filled the gap during Asian range, and then Since London Open, we have been trying to doing this low resistance liquidity run towards the higher prices. Alright, again being impatient there. Took another loss. Down $81 on this account now. Again missed the consequent encroachment there. Alright. Now we should really start pushing. Building this long again. I'll take this one as my stop. Respecting really nicely. I'm going to add one more here. Alright, good push, good push. This should sustain and should manage to close inside the first presented fair value gap this time on this candle. We are 11 minutes away from macro. We do not have any news driver today. Let's check how our RTH time looks like. So maybe that is what it is coming for. And filling in this RTH inefficiency. Let's see. I'll stick with my long hair and mark this out in dotted lines. वो वाला लो ले लेना चाहिए था. Not really worth it. Misreading, giving back all the profits. That's not good. Down $300 now. About to deliver the consequent encroachment here. It has been swept. Can make lower lows for the day, or maybe can bounce off from here. So opening range gap खेल लेते हैं हम just from the open. It played out perfectly on ES. On NQ we got smashed. And if it is getting slapped through that, maybe they wanna sell it lower and go for those lows. Do we have any news driver or anything that can drive the markets like that? Okay. Damn, my system is lagging a lot. No, I do not know if it has put the stop or not. TradingView is being shit, man. So if this gets inverted, I will be adding into it. One more. Damn, bro, my system is being too slow. It's alright, let's just focus. So I am seeing this to be inverted now. RTH पे जो हमारे पास sell side थी, it has taken that. Might come again for lower lows to take the overnight lows because we are just sitting here. So maybe, yep, there we go. Got slapped again. Maybe I should completely avoid this first 30 minutes, man. ES is finding strength from 9:30 while NQ has swept the overnight lows. Now I need some sort of confirmation on the bullish end. NQ. Looks like ES wants to catch up on the lower end. Alright, I'm long. Damn, don't tell me, bro. Oh, let's see. If it wants to give us our fill, yeah, got fill there. Looking this to be inverted now. We need to cover some of our previous losses, so if it allows, we'll take it off around our midnight open price. And first present a fair value gap as well. Enki looks so weak. It is trying to catch up, but you know, failing miserably. Yeah, got snapped again. Alright, this looks convincing, only if it closes bullishly on NQ. Nope, getting slapped again. It should really start pushing higher now. If we are on side here. We are in macro now. 10 minutes away from 10 o'clock open. New hourly candle opened at that time. Let's look at how hourly chart looks like. Interesting. Looks like we are offside now. Read it wrong. And we should stop really forcing the longs out. Down significant amount. Started this session with 260 profits. So down somewhere around $920 in just 20 minutes, and this is the impulsivity that I'm talking about. It's been happening with me for the past 2 to 3 weeks, and I know the reasons. It has been happening, mainly the personal things. So yeah, I will be taking some break day after tomorrow, and we'll be coming back from 27th of July, and from there we will start focusing again properly. Yeah, PS drops lower, takes this low, and now acting a little strong, but we are trading below this daily busy on NQ. That is a bit bearish price action. And looking at ES, I think I should start picking up the indexes before putting any trade. Like if I'm long, I need to identify which one is acting stronger before throwing any trade, and yeah, vice versa. I'll wait. Wants to look at this. Maybe. Slap. So rest of the stock market also took some hit. Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple has been rallying higher since the open. Korean. Alright, looks convincing enough. Not again. And we need to aggressively cut our losses here. Still acting too weak. Thank you. I'm 4 minutes away from 10 o'clock. Finding some strength, should close bullishly inside this fair value gap. Right, good push, Hannah. Let's sustain. I'm hoping it is not just for NQ to be traded inside this inefficiency. Don't want it to be slapped from here. Should use it as bullish inversion. And the reason I'm saying that is the fact that ES did not even come for this low, let alone the overnight lows. So pretty bullish. That's not a good reaction. Should close strongly. Decent close, I would say. That's a good push. Should run for a partial there. We'll be booking 220 there. So cover some of our losses. ES is about to make higher high for the morning session. Should use this as bullish inversion. Body should not close below the midpoint of the fair value gap. Alright, good close. Good trade inside the first presented pair will you get, and then maybe retrace. This was the 10 o'clock first candle. Early candle. Pretty good recovery on the previous one. An entry as well if it sustains. I wanted it to go inside and then retrace. Maybe somewhere here where I would have added one more. I'm a bit confused on where I should be adding. Big slap on yes. So ES did not have any busy here. It had this wick which was marked here. It used the top of this around 8:30. While NQ is back at the consequent encroachment of the busy. This busy should be held bullishly. But the thing is, like, ES is looking weak this time, and that is not good for us. Not looking too good on ES. Nvidia is trying to rally higher. Maybe wants to do the sell side run only on the morning opening range. I really think that this busy should be held bullishly. Let's see. Yep, should really start running now. We have 4 minutes left in this macro. Body should close above the midpoint at least. I'm adding one more and trading my stop a little tight. Think they are holding this at least to the first presented fair value gap. Let's see. Why does it look like not printing anything? Alright, should close strongly. Yep, looks good. Should close above the midpoint. I would love to see that. Decent close. ES should really start catching up. That's nice. Should close above the consequent encroachment of the daily busy. Good push. Good close. Should sustain now. Body should not close below the midpoint. Good push. So after trading inside the first presented fair value gap, it should really hold it bullishly. Otherwise, we can see the slab from first presented fair value gap. Yep, that should be it. It traded inside this BC here. Should continue on running higher from there. Yes, it's traded inside this BC as well. This will be the silver bullet, I believe. Yep. This is silver bullet. Very small one. Decent close पिछला और अभी तक तो सही reaction है. ES making higher high, but NQ again couldn't make higher high, at least on the last candle. Now it should really start running towards the first presented fair value gap. We've got this 5-minute inefficiency. इसके बिल्कुल इस पे बुक कर लेते हैं. ES is in trying to use the first presented fair value gap bullishly. If it does, then NQ should be running higher as well. But NQ has been lagging for the past 2 weeks. तो आज के सेशन के मुताबिक वही लेसन है कि वी हैड टू वेट बेसिकली until 9:50 at least for the 9:50 macro to kick in, and since then, if you see, we have inverted this CB. Oh fuck, what the fuck was that? Bro, this thing is account blown. Here you go. That's trading for you guys. Yeah, can't do much. Fuck man, died literally. This same thing happened with me last week on that Trump tweet, and I'm pretty sure this is something similar. Okay, yeah. Trying to look क्या हुआ है. The Hormuz Strait is open and will remain open with or without Iran. We are reinstating the Iranian blockade, so named because it is only stopping Iran's ships or personnel from entering or leaving. All other countries will have fair and open use of the strait. Alright. Should have went higher, to be honest. Just trying to take this long. Should have at least given you my first partial back. Only got $60 in this account. Here you go, guys. This is Trump times for you guys. This is what happens. I want to add, but I don't have any drawdown that I can play with here. Right, throwing in one more contract there. Needs to be inverted bullishly. Now I think it will keep on running because I think it's a bullish news for US equities. That was our first partial for the previous long. But it's okay. I think it is going to invert the first presented fair value gap now with ease. Actually, I'll take this off here. I'm bullish holding this. Alright, looking good up till now. Good sustain on running higher. right, 2 minutes away from 10:30. Body should stay above the midpoint. Yeah. Good push. We like it. So yeah, again, main learning for the day is to be patient, especially in the first half an hour. At least wait for 10 o'clock. I couldn't really help this thing. This is just the manipulation by our lovely Donald Trump. So yeah, at least उसके बाद हमें clarity मिल गई और NQ खुल गई है. It's running now. So that is why NQ was holding. And it's weird that I cannot really explain it, लेकिन the way price was booking in, it was really held or trapped, I would say, which was making me feel really hesitant and frustrated. और फिर उसके बाद से आप देखो कि अभी तक तो प्राइस रन अच्छा है. Next candle should come in again in the first presented fair value gap. Body should not close below the midpoint of the gap and below midnight open price, and then should continue on running higher. What I do not want it to do is to take that high and get slapped. Let's see what ES is doing. ES is not really running with that pace. ES ने भी यही हाई दिया है सिर्फ. Let's see what other stocks are doing. Yeah. Nvidia didn't do much on that drop. Up till now, closes are decent. What I'm thinking is maybe they might come for this low before continuing any higher, and that will get us to 1045, and then from 1050 they might continue higher from there. I'm recovering 50% of my account here, to be honest. Good reaction. The reason I'm not adding is the fact that we have got this inefficiency unfilled, and I haven't booked anything yet. We only have $66 in the drawdown. We have made like around 10x of what was available on the account. Should take it off here at least, you know. $150, booking $300 there. Should be coming back in this range, to be honest, after that recovery. ES traded inside this BC. See, I was about to add there, and looks like they want to come for this inefficiency. Maybe reuse this with inversion fair value gap. This is how the 2-minute looks like. This is how the 3-minute looks like. 5-minute, so maybe coming for 3-minute. Good bounce. 1 minute CP. Got it on ES as well. 12 minutes away from macro. So consequent encroachment is our terminus for this trade. Let's see. Looks like it wants to invert that 1 minute CB. Which will be the best case scenario and indicate extreme bullishness, but in reality it should come for this low, trade inside this red box and then continue higher, maybe even come for this consequent encroachment of the daily BC. But ES is taking a serious slap after taking that high from where the drop came on on Drum Street, and it just traded inside this and recovered well. ES just also hit the new day opening gap from 10th of July. We are 9 minutes away from macro. Should really start running now. Damn, bro, ES looks bearish. Let me show you guys how ES is looking like. Not good, not good. Minutes away from macro. This will be the last line of defense. Should really show a strength from there. Now I want to add here, and wishing that I would have taken something there, so that would have been much easier. Right, one more. It is what it is, guys. Bodies are respecting the consequent encroachment, so that looks decent. And if this candle manages to close bullishly, yep, decent. Let's sustain. He is pushing stronger as well, so that is good. We've got a lot of equal highs here and a big drop, so it should be low resistance liquidity run. towards our targets, which is this. We are 1 minute away in macro after this close. See, when the market was trading here, I was telling you guys that the perfect thing would be for it to retrace lower, and that will bring it to 1045 levels, which it did exactly around that time, and now it is continuing. So the next candle can come in discount, maybe retest the high of this, which will be too much, to be honest. But then the macro will be in and we should really start running for the highs. Good push. Should close above the midpoint. That should be left as a breakaway gap. Or maybe initially macro can use it to trade inside this, retest it and then continue higher. Even if in that drop I had moved my stop break even, I would have saved $300 there. And someone seeing this in hindsight won't even know what really happened here, because it is not really that big of a reaction which they did last week. So as mentioned, initially they are bringing the macro, like bringing the price back in discount during macro. Right, retesting this inversion failure gap, should hold the top strongly, should not make lower low. So ES traded lower from there after taking that high, and then it traded inside this inefficiency on 1 minute and taking this lap again. So So is this the second leg distribution on ES? Because if it is, then highly probable that it will come for a stop on NQ as well. This needs to be inverted bullish. $10.55, 5 minutes left, and new hourly candle open. This is how the hourly chart looks like. Even after adding, I would say our entry looks decent. Really want to see the candle close above the midpoint here. Got missed volume and balance here 679.5, 679.75, yeah. Good push. Got this busy now. 1 minute away from new hourly candle, looking nice. How does 4 hour look? Looks like, yeah, pretty decent. Take it, yes, this high. That's right. This is how the 2 hour looks like. Got this inefficiency here. Putting it here. Alright, good push. Alright. Something to celebrate. Yeah. New hourly candle open and it is expanding higher, which is nice to see. We have fixed 40% of our account with this version. Looking good to be held for another half an hour at least. We are 27 minutes away. ES is trying to expand higher as well, so is Nvidia, so yeah. I'm going to hold this until 11:30 or consequent encroachment, whichever comes first, or my stop. Midnight open price and the first presented fair value gap should be held bullishly here. Right, good push from 9:30 opening price, so that is really bullish if it sustains. You're left with 4 minutes in this maximum. So can attack that liquid. Oh, it already did. Maybe that one. Not really. That one can be the target for 11:30. Let's see. We'll never know. Hmm. Bit of slab. That's interesting. Let's see. Midnight open price should be held bullishly. That is our expectation. Macro finishes. Should continue on running higher now. Let's see. We are left with 20 minutes in this stream, guys. If you're finding any value out of it, just give it a like. Really encourages me as a new streamer. And if you guys trade Nasdaq, ES, or ICT concepts, I trade here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So do give it a subscribe and let me know where you guys are from, what you guys are trading. It's always good to know new traders. So yeah, up till now, we have recovered well from our losses earlier in the opening range. So in the opening range especially, now I will be sticking to my rules, I would say. And the rule is not to be executing without the first presented fair value gap, and only be taking trades out of the first presented fair value gap. And then I'm only going to be allowed one trade from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Yeah, after that we can see, because that half an hour is usually used to provide us with the information, and what we end up doing is wasting most of our ammo during that time, which is not really, worth it. "18 minutes away from 11:30. If we are on side, we will be getting our targets somewhere after 11:30, to be honest. 11:20 के बाद push आना शुरू होना चाहिए. If we are on side, if not, then our stop is break even. It can stop us out. We have recovered 40% of our account from this one partial. And if it stops us out here, I'm going to be booking decent profit on one contract while the other one was just added here. So yeah, that will be a break even. But let's see. Using this inversion now again. I'll remove this one just to make our charts cleaner. So this long was decent. This was silver bullet and we took this long, but Trump had to tweet around this, and we got stopped out. Our first partial on that long was this, and then this, which has been filled, and then that was our target, and obviously consequent encroachment. Also initially हमें देखना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि कहाँ मार्केट जा रही है, तो always refer your charts in RTH after 9:30 AM opening price, and this is what we traded to. We had to take that low. So if I had that, marked out initially, I could have been on side on the initial few trades, but it is what it is. Trying to get better every day. So if you see that previous RTH, उसके top को bodies ने बहुत अच्छे से respect किया, and since then we have been trading lower. So that is the importance of marking these levels. We are 14 minutes away from 11:30 now. Should really start running higher if we are on side. Got this small volume imbalance. All right, 11 minutes away. This candle should not be making lower low. we are in 11:20s, it should really start running now. If they want to use the initial hours of lunch. Good push higher. 11:20s, as we mentioned. Good close. Interesting slap. I wasn't expecting that. So maybe trade our stock a little higher. This is how the 5-minute looks like. Yes, took a big slap as well. 15-minute. They have at least given us that. Got this small civic. You guys can see. Would have taken that high, that high. Alright, 3 मिनट रह गए हैं 11:30 में. Alright, 15 seconds. अहमद भाई बैठना है यार, स्ट्रीम बंद करना है. और तो ये वाले पार्शियल तक बैठते हैं प्लीज. आई थिंक we are going to be provided with that by 12:50. Not 12:50, 11:50. वरना स्टॉप हो जाएगा. what I'm seeing is कि ये sell side run करेंगे, maybe that might be enough, or that, or maybe that, and then they should use the first hour of macro to at least take those highs. So I am increasing my expectations here a bit and trying to target that high. Let's see. Good push, looking strong. All right, back inside the first presented fair value gap. Now, just look at this guy, man. The Hormuz Strait is open and will remain open with or without Iran. We are reinstating the Iranian blockade, so named because it is only stopping Iran's ships or customers from entering or leaving. All other countries will have fair and open use of the strait. The USA will be from this point forward known as the guardian of the Hormuz Strait, but as such and as a matter of fairness will be reimbursed at the rate of 20% on all cargo shipped for any and all costs necessary to do the job of providing safety and security to this very volatile section of the world. The process information will begin immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And yeah, and the same security they provided to the Gulf area, you know. Fun. Funny, funny, funny. ये ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं है, देखते हैं. $14 minutes away from macro. मैं बस इस macro तक रहूँगा. if it allows me to. Obviously अगर ये stop out कर देता है या target दे देता है, then we'll just close it off. Maybe after this sweep we might see some run. This would be good close. Managed to close around the midpoint of first presenter fair value gap. So this candle's wick should be held bullishly, especially the consequent encroachment if they want to run it from here. Still holding the yesterday's low strongly there. NQ. And inside first presenter fair value gap as well. Looks like wanna get slapped. And maybe that is all the damage they wanna do on buy side. All right, 8 minutes away from macro now. This is our last chance. So this has been swept. They really want to run it now higher. I think they can. They should. Seven minutes away. Should start running now. Yes, it's retesting the new reopening gap and it has hit this order block, I believe. That's not going to stop us now. That's alright. No respect to the body of order block yet, so I'm going to get stopped out. Adding one more. Doubt. That's all right. Pretty happy with this recovery. Literally was left with $60 and now we are up 45%. So yeah, pretty happy. I'm not really happy, like satisfied with the ending of the session. And yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, take care, stay safe, good trading.